Buy your Mangum Tiger Spirit clothing from locally owned CJ's Tiger Specialty Shop, where you'll find the best selection, quality, and the lowest prices. Greer County items, too. They'll design something especially for your group. CJ's is your one-stop Mangum School Spirit Shop, 1 block south of the high school, Mangum, Oklahoma. Travis Septic Tank Service can handle everything related to septic tank maintenance and cleaning, including commercial applications. Call Travis Septic Tank Services at 580-782-2384. That's 782-2384. Travis says, go Mangum Tigers. Jamie's Auto Sales in Mangum specializes in reliable used vehicles. Here are a couple of examples of what's on the lot right now. Check out this GMC Sierra HD 4x4 Crew Cab SLE package 6-point gas V8 priced at $26,500. Or this 2016 Chrysler Town & Country Touring Edition fully loaded including leather just $15,900. Now's the time to visit Jamie Turner at 129 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. He's serving your automobile experience.
What does it mean to be a Mangum Tiger, you ask? Well, we are one town, one school, and one family. We may be a small town, but we have big dreams and a bright future ahead of us. This is Lori Laughlin from Stockman's Bank, member FDIC, and we are so proud to support the Mangum Tigers.
Triad Home Health in Mangum is locally owned and offers nursing, physical therapy, occupational, wound care, IV therapy, and more. All administered by people who go above and beyond for you. Phone Triad Home Health today at 580-782-5800. 782-5800.
Mangum Brick Company has been operating since the early 1900s. They're the largest private employer in Greer County. Mangum Brick is proud to support high school athletics radio broadcasts. And if you know of someone looking for work, always check with Mangum Brick, as they may be hiring.
When it comes to funeral homes, there are several to choose from, but choosing a funeral home that is locally owned offers the advantage of the local owners who are involved right here in the community, helping you during your time of need. Greer Funeral Home owners Carson and Stacy Van Zant are perfect examples of owners who offer that family-like connection that you'd expect from a friend and a neighbor. Greer Funeral Home in Mangum and Granite, providing dignity and respect.
Wondering how Western Oklahoma State College can fit into your future? With 25 degree options and more than 20 student organizations, it's easy to join the Pioneer family. Western offers classes online and on campus, making it simple to fit an education into your schedule. Western's tuition is less than half of a four-year university's and offers many scholarship opportunities. To find out more about how your future is brighter at Western, visit wosc.edu.
Welcome back to Mangum as we get set for the second bowl game for both teams. Mangum and Fairview set to square off here in game number 3 of this district tournament. Fairview won the first game of the district as they run-ruled Watonga, winning by a final score of 10-0. And then Mangum run-ruling the Lady Eagles as well, 33-0 was the final score there. So here we have game number 3. And again, if you win 2 in a row, if you are either Mangum or Fairview, then you will be the district champion and you will advance to the second round. Richard Carney winning the toss, and so Fairview will lead it off. First pitch swinging and a ground ball to Sarah Rogers at second base. Kinsey Doan is gone on one pitch. Doan retired 4-3 for out number 1. Rogers playing very deep over there at second base. So one down now for Anna Lee. Lee, the extra player, takes one outside for a ball, 1-0. She'll be followed by Elena Long. Check that, Maddie Mason, actually, will bat third. Maddie Lively on the mound for Mangum. And pitch outside for ball 2-0. Her battery mate is Sydney Webb. Haven Gilbert is at first, the second baseman Sarah Rogers. And the 2-0 pitch on the way here hits home plate, 3-0. Over at third base, you will find Emma Geralds. And the shortstop here this afternoon is Dusty Pence. Fly ball left field. Rogers Nicole is there for out number 2. That outfield, including Nicole Rogers, has Kyra Hussey in left. Rogers in left center. J.C. Nippert in right center. And in right field, Victoria Geralds. 2 up, 2 down now for Maddie Mason. Mason, the shortstop this afternoon for Fairview. Takes a pitch outside for ball, 1-0. Mangum in their bowl game with Watonga. Scored 13 in the first and 20 in the second. Here's a line shot into center field. That'll be a base hit. Gets all the way to the fence, and Maddie Mason will wind up at second base with a solid double with 2 outs here in inning number 1. So Mason aboard down for Alana Young. Or Long, rather. Alana Young. Long. We get it right yet. You folks in Fairview listening. Yeah, they're going to walk her. Yeah, I like this. Long was one of those that in that ball game against Watonga blistered the softball. So Richard with the intentional pass there puts runners at first and second now for Kirsten Parkhurst. Parkhurst the catcher. She hit the ball well too against Watonga, but not with quite the veracity that Long did. Runners at first and second, 2 gone. And the first pitch from Maddie Lively, taken for a strike, and it's 0-1 on Parkhurst. Wind pushing hard towards the right field corner. Mangum took advantage of it in their ball game. Here's an illegal pitch, and the count 1-1. As they had numerous home runs in that 33-0 victory. 1-1 pitch on the way here. Parkhurst had a notion, laid off of it, and took it for a strike, and the count 1-2 now on Kirsten. Katie Brashears waiting in the on-deck circle. Pitch inside for a ball, the count 2-2. Word is that the scoreboard now up and operating. Katie. That's a subtle hint from our boss. 2-2 pitch inside for a ball, 3-2, bases loaded. Hello to Michelle Rogers-Huckabee checking us out on OKSports.tv and Facebook Live. Payoff pitch, lifted in the air towards shallow left field. Hussey moved back, then came in. Pence tried to catch the ball, couldn't get it done. And everybody going to be safe. Scoring on the play was Maddie Mason. And Fairview will strike first. Young winds up at third. Parkhurst aboard with the E6. And again, we talked about that wind blowing from left field to right field. And it looked in the beginning like it was going to be a lazy fly ball out there for Kyra Hussey at out number 3. But then suddenly the wind got a hold of it, knocked it down, and Pence tried to make a over-the-shoulder turnaround pirouette kind of catch and couldn't get it done. Oh, what a catch there by Maddie Lively. A line shot off the bat of Brashears. But Lively's like, catch it or be killed. She caught it, and the inning will come to an end. But not before Fairview will strike first. As the Lady Jackets come up with a run on a hit. There was an error. And a runner left on board at the end of a half inning of play. It's Fairview 1, Mangum coming to bat. Classic Hits 97.7.
Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 is your certified Firestone tire dealer and also a proud supporter of the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. When you need tires, we're specialty trained and equipped to take care of you. Lyle Shaw and his crew at Blair Tire and Feed wish the Tigers lots of luck in today's game. And always remember, play smart, play safe, play hard, and play with pride. And good luck from everyone at Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 in Blair, Oklahoma.
Bring hope and peace to a child. Young children of all ages need homes. Please consider opening your loving home to a child in need. Children deserve to grow up in a loving, caring family. We have the services and community connections that can help foster families succeed. Contact your local youth service agency at 580-726-3383 for more details. Abused and neglected children are Oklahoma's most vulnerable population. Help is needed now. Great Plains Youth and Family Services is a proud sponsor of today's broadcast.
I got tickled. I didn't even bother asking for a lineup from Richard Carney. Richard looked at me and said, how do you change 33-0? Mangum winning 33-0. So in that ball game against Watonga, so you don't change your lineup if you are Richard Carney, scoring 33 runs, which, by the way, we understand breaks the all-time school record for single runs scored in a bowl game by Mangum. So the bottom half of inning number 1, Mangum set to go to work, and leading it off will be Nicole Rogers. She will be followed by Dusty Pence and then Haven Gilbert. Lady Jackets coming up with a run in their half of that first frame. But again, the way the wind is blowing, you would expect it'll take more than a single run to decide this one. Rogers looks at a pitch outside for ball 1, 1-0 on Nicole. Rogers on board all 4 times she came to home plate in game number 1. Rolls this one on the ground towards second. Knocked down by the second baseman. Had a good play there as she fired to first to get the out. Wallace doing a good job there because Maddie had to hurry then throw and did and got Rogers by a step. You know Nicole runs extremely well. So 1 gone for Dusty Pence. Pence 4 for 4 in the first ball game with 4 home runs, 2 two-run shots, and a 3-run home run as well for Mangum. Cold strike here, and the count 1-1 on Dusty. Jaslyn Fortune is the pitcher for Fairview. Line shot, base hit, center field for Dusty. Pence aboard with 1 gone here in inning number 1. Defensively, Kirsten Parkhurst is the catcher. Emily Cusack is at first. Maddie Wallace at second. Alana Long is at third. And Maddie Mason, the shortstop. The outfield from left to right, Abby Wall, Allie Robinson, Kinsey Doan, and Katie Brashears. Gilbert will take a ball outside. 1-0 on Haven. She got the scoring started in game number 1. Takes a strike here. It's 1-1. She got the scoring started in game number 1. And she blasted a 3-run home run in that first inning of play. Hits this one hard towards right field. That'll be a base hit. Runners at first and second now for Mangum. 1 gone here in inning number 1. So Gilbert goes the other way, hits it hard. Dusty is at second, and Haven over at first for Sarah Rogers. Rogers calling her shot in game number 1. Said she was going to hit a home run and did. Babe Ruthian. Sarah looks at one outside, 1-0. Sarah named as an alternate on the All-State team. So
folks in Mangum know what to do when they need to quench a thirst, curb a hunger.
She'll get a chance to play in that. Coming up in June, Bowl 2 to Rogers, and the count on Sarah now 2-0. 2-0 pitch taken for a strike. 2-1. 1-0. Fairview on top. Rogers hits this one down the left field line. That is a fair ball. Pence rounding third. She will score. And holding at second base will be Gilbert. Good job by Fairview to get the ball in from the outfield as Abby Wall had a long way to go get that one. But got it back to the infield, and an RBI single for Sarah Rogers has tied it at 1 apiece. Rogers just rolled that one down the line in left field for the base hit. Sydney Webb now will step in. Webb takes a ball, 1-0 on Sydney. Webb on base all 4 times in game number 1 for Mangum. 1-0 pitch to Sydney. Inside for a ball, 2-0. Webb, a lot of times, is the designated hitter, if you will, but Richard has decided that she does better when she plays. There's a base hit into left center. Gilbert rounding third. They're going to go Cinder. Rogers going to wind up at third as the throw comes through. Runners at first and third now for Mangum, and they lead by a score of 2-1. So Sydney Webb, the RBI single. She's over at first. Rogers to third, as we mentioned. Scoring on the play was Gilbert. Courtesy runner. And that's Jade Laughlin. So here's Kyra Hussey. Hussey a home run in the first ball game. Takes strike 1 here. 0-1 on Hussey. Mangum on top 2-1 here in the bottom half of inning number 1. Hussey ground ball towards short. Big hop. Flip to second for 1. Won't be able to turn the double play. Scoring from third on the play is Rogers, and Mangum now leads it by a score of 3-1. So Laughlin, the courtesy runner, forced at second base on the fielder's choice, 6-4. Hussey aboard with 2 gone here in inning number 1. Here's Gerald's. Victoria takes a ball, 1-0 on Victoria. 1-0 pitch. Gerald's had an idea going the other way, but looks at ball 2 instead. Oh, no, 1-1. All right, Bill Ferguson sneaking one in there on us. There's a fly ball into center field and going to be caught by Kinsey Doan for out number 3. But Mangum will come up with 3 runs in the frame. Lady Tigers, 3 runs in the inning, 3 runs on 4 hits. There were no errors, and a runner left on board. At the end of 1, it's Mangum 3 and Fairview 1. Classic Hits 97.7.
Amanda Weaver from Mangum is now the manager at Courtsview Meat Company in Altus. Gary and Letitia Stockton and Amanda are proud to sponsor Hobart Bearcat and Mangum Tiger radio broadcasts. Listen when you're enjoying ball this fall. Stack up on the best ribeye steaks money can buy from Courtsview. Also ribs, jerky, smoked sausage, hams, and a lot more. And of course they do custom slaughtering. If you're grilling, roasting, baking, or slicing, you can't go wrong with Courtsview Meat Company, 800 South Veterans Drive in Altus. Phone 580-477-1390.
The Castle Insurance Agency of Mangum is celebrating 80 years in business and 4 decades of Mangum Tiger and Lady Tiger graduates. The Castle Insurance Agency has had and will continue to have a long-term commitment to support Mangum students on the field and off the field. For auto, home, farm, bonds, crop, oil field, or commercial insurance, please call or stop by the Castle Insurance Agency, 122 South Pennsylvania in Mangum. Call 782-3049. That's 782-3049. The Castle Insurance Agency of Mangum.
Jaslyn Fortune leading it off here in inning number 2 for the Yellow Jackets. And she'll look at a ball that'll level the count at 1-1 now on Fortune. 3-1, Mangum on top. Fortune, ground ball, base hit, left field. Good piece of hitting there. Hussey quickly back to the infield. But the leadoff batter aboard here, the inning number 2 for the Yellow Jackets. Noisy bunch from over there at Fairview, and a fun bunch as well. Here's the left-hander, Emily Cusack. Emily takes a strike at his 0-1 left-handed batter. Runner at first, nobody out here in inning number 2. Pitch on the way, taken deep for a ball, and the count level at 1-1. One offering on the way, stays outside for ball 2, 2-1. 2-1 pitch, lifted high in the air, foul and out of play. And that'll level the count now at 2-2. Lively looks in the dugout, gets the signs from Richard Carney. And her 2-2 pitch on the way here, deep for ball 3, 3-2. So 3-2. Ground ball towards right field. Rogers has it go over her glove. I don't know if she even fields it cleanly. She can make a play. Back-to-back singles to begin inning number 2 for Fairview. Marcia Davis Brooks checking out the broadcast. Good to have you alongside here on Classic Hits 97.7. First pitch swinging, and that one will get out of play. Haven Gilbert gave it a look, but couldn't get there. Abby Wall, the left fielder here for Fairview. Pops this one up on the infield. It should be an infield fly as the batter is out, and then Rogers a good job of tagging the base runner. Emily Cusack for out number 2. Oh, my goodness. How do you not? Okay, so Cusack will be retired 4 unassisted. And Wall going to be safe over at first base. There was no infield fly. I don't know about that. I mean, if a reasonable play can be made by an infielder and there are less than 2 outs and you can make a fourth play at third, it's an infield fly. So runners at first and third now with 1 gone. And the count on Maddie Wallace has gone to 2-0. Wallace, the second baseman.
We got 1 out.
There's a ground ball towards short. And Dusty will bobble it, and everybody going to be safe. And it's a 3-2 ball game. So Fortune will score on the play. Wallace is aboard on the error. Going to second is Wall. So runners at first and second, still just 1 out. It is a 3-2 ball game. Annalie Robinson, the batter now for Fairview. Takes outside for a ball. And the count will go 1-0. Yeah, this is going to be a slugfest, no doubt about it. You cannot make errors, as Mangum did there a moment ago. Pitch fouled back to the screen. That'll level the count at 1-1. Mangum needing it out here. 1-1 pitch. A little bit deep for a ball. The count now 2-1. Boy, bottom part of the order, and Maddie Lively going to have to bear down and get it out here. That one strays outside for ball 3-1. And Fairview a pitch away from loading the bases here in this second inning of play. 3-1 offering on the way. Lifted over the head of Pence into shallow left field. They'll try to force the runner at second base. Won't get it done. And the bases are loaded. Seeing eye single there for Robinson. Wallace to second. Over at third is Wall. Bases loaded. One gone. And back to the top we go. And Kinsey Doan. Doan hit it hard her first time around, but right at Sarah Rogers. Richard going to come out and have a conversation with his kids. You know, and everything came so easy in that first ball game, winning 33-0. Everything clicked offensively, and when it's clicking offensively, it's pretty easy defensively as well. And Mangum, a couple of mental errors and a couple of physical errors here in this second. It's a 3-2 ball game with the bases loaded and the leadoff batter up there. First pitch to Doan, taken outside for a ball. 1-0 on Kinsey. 1-0 pitch. Good pitch there by Lively as it curved back over the plate and the count 1-1. We talk about that wind blowing so hard from left to right. And you got to adjust for that. And there's a ground ball. Rogers can't get there. It's a base hit. One run will score. And holding at third base will be Maddie Wallace, but we're now tied at 3. Abby Wall scoring on the play. Wallace to third. Robinson to second in an RBI single for Kinsey Doan. So that'll bring Anna Lee to the plate. Lee a fly ball to center field her first time around. And if you're Mangum, you'd love that pitcher's best friend, the 6-4-3 double play. Pitch outside for a ball. And the count 1-0 on Lee. 1-0 pitch on the way. Illegal to Anna. And it'll be 2-0. So, after winning 33-0, it will not be easy in game number 2. Ground ball back to Lively. She'll throw to home for 1. Back to first base. In time for the double play. 1, 2, 3. Mangum will get out of the inning, but not before Fairview comes up with a couple of runs. 2 runs on 4 hits. There was an error and a couple of runners left on board. After 1.5, it's 3-3. Mangum and Fairview on Classic Hits 97.7.
Travis Septic Tank Service can handle everything related to septic tank maintenance and cleaning, including commercial applications. Call Travis Septic Tank Services at 580-782-2384. That's 782-2384. Travis says, go Mangum Tigers.
When it comes to funeral homes, there are several to choose from, but choosing a funeral home that is locally owned offers the advantage of the local owners who are involved right here in the community, helping you during your time of need. Greer Funeral Home owners Carson and Stacy Van Zant are perfect examples of owners who offer that family-like connection that you'd expect from a friend and a neighbor. Greer Funeral Home in Mangum and Granite, providing dignity and respect.
Maddie Lively leads it off in inning number 2 from Mangum. Looks at the ball, and it's 1-0. Lively takes ball 2 outside. 2-0 on Lively. So Maddie part of that 1-2-3 double play to end inning number 2. And talked about the pitcher's best friend, the 6-4-3 double play. 1-2-3, not bad. Lively takes his strike. 2-1 on Maddie. Emmett Gerald's waiting in the on-deck circle. Tied at 3. Lively, little fly ball into center field. Abby Wall is there to make the catch for out number 1. So 1 gone. Lively retired on the fly ball. And that'll bring to the plate Emma Geralds.
Go, Emma.
And again, you win that first game 33-0, and it all just comes so easily, and it becomes contagious. And suddenly you're in a ball game, and you begin to press just a little bit. Geralds takes outside for a ball, 1-0. Got to calm yourself. 1-0 pitch. Geralds lifts it high in the air on the infield. Calling for it is the shortstop, and making the catch for out number 2 is Maddie Mason. So 2 up, 2 down for Mangum here in inning number 2. J.C. Nippert. Mangum in that first ball game batting through their lineup twice. And I'm talking about 2 times in the same inning. Ball here to Nippert, 1-0 on J.C. 1-0 pitch. Nippert had a notion, took it for a strike, and a count 1-1 on J.C. Good to have you alongside on Classic Hits 97.7 and on Facebook Live at oksports.tv. 1-1 pitch, taken inside for a ball. The count 2-1 on J.C. 2-1 offering. Nippert. Line drive, base hit center field. She'll keep the inning alive for the top of the order. And Nicole Rogers. So good job by Nippert, simply to go with the pitch. Send it right back where it came from. And has the 2-out single to center for Nicole Rogers. Rogers grounded to second her first time around. First pitch on the way to Nicole. Deep for a ball. 1-0 on Rogers. Mangum 3 in the first after Fairview got 1 in the inning. And the Lady Yellow Jackets 2 more in the second to tie this thing up. Round ball knocked down by the shortstop, and the play over at second base in time. Oh, what a play by Maddie Mason, and a great job by Jaslyn Fortune to come up with the ball on a difficult throw as Nippert is forced at third base. So Mangum will come up empty in their half of inning number 2. No runs. There was a hit, no errors, nobody left on base. The fielder's choice took care of that. We played 2, and we're tied at 3 on Classic Hits 97.7.
Triad Home Health in Mangum is locally owned and offers nursing, physical therapy, occupational, wound care, IV therapy, and more. All administered by people who go above and beyond for you. Phone Triad Home Health today at 580-782-5800. That's 782-5800. Buy your Mangum Tiger Spirit clothing from locally owned CJ's Tiger Specialty Shop, where you'll find the best selection, quality, and the lowest prices. Greer County items, too. They'll design something especially for your group. CJ's is your one-stop Mangum School Spirit Shop, 1 block south of the high school, Mangum, Oklahoma.
All right, here we go to inning number 3, and Maddie Mason, who made a couple of dandy plays, already at shortstop, digs in for Fairview. Mason a double in a run scored her first time around. She's ahead in the count 1-0 here. Mason, ground ball towards second, knocked down by Rogers. Sarah will throw in time for out number 1, and a good play there by Sarah Rogers to get the first out of the inning. Elena Long now will step in, and Long drawing the intentional walk her first time around. Let's see if Richard elects to pitch to her here with the bases empty. First pitch on the way to Long. Outside for a ball, and the count 1-0. Here, team base hit, but Long would like to live up to her last name and hit one out of here. High fly ball center field, drifting back. Rogers and Nicole can't make the play, and Long will truck into second base. She's there with 1 gone. Well, the wind making that ball dance out there in center field, and not using 2 hands to try to make the catch was Nicole Rogers. And the error, the second of the ballgame now on Mangum. Runner in scoring position for Kristen Parkhurst. Kirsten reached on an error her first time around. Clouds beginning to thicken up here, which makes the temperature drop, and it's a little chilly. Pitch outside for a ball. It's 2-0 now on. No, I don't need your heater. It's too late in the year for that. I know. I appreciate that. 2-0 on Parkhurst. Long out at second. Popped up. Shallow center field. Rogers says she's got it. Nicole does this time for out number 2. Took charge that time, put both hands on the ball, and made the catch. So 2 gone now for Katie Brashears. Brashears hit a rocket right back at Maddie Lively to end inning number 1. Brashears 0 for 1. Long at second, 2 down. And ball 1 to Brashears. 1-0 on Katie, the right fielder. Did your dad ever make any hamburgers? Yes. Pop back to the screen. Okay. Count 1-1. Saw him down there Cadillac a little bit. Want to know if he was earning his keep around here. So Brashears has the count at 1-1. Runner at second base. 2 going here in the third, and we're tied at 3. 1-1 pitch on the way. Deep for a ball. And a count 2-1 on Katie Brashears. These two teams will play at least 2 games against one another and could play a third. There's another shot right back through the middle. This time unable to make the play is Lively. Holding at third base will be Long. Runners at first and third now with 2 going. So Brashears has hit it on the button both times and is 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Jaslyn Fortune now will step in. Fortune, a single and a run scored an inning ago. She's 1 for 1. Hits here with runners at first and third and 2 going. Well, that ball had all kinds of movement on it. It did cross home plate, but was too high. Bill Ferguson did call illegal pitch. That one's in the strike zone for strike 1. 1-1 now on Fortune. Runners at first and third, 2 going here in the third. Lively's pitch. A little bit deep for ball 2, 2-1. Maddie having to start the ball at the batter and let it curve across home plate. That's how strong the wind is. Cold strike 2 here, and a count 2-2. Now, Fortune got to be hacking here. Runners at first and third, 2 going in the third. And the 2-2 pitch hit into center field, but right at Victoria Gerald for out number 3. So the inning will come to an end. No runs. So there was a hit, an error, and a couple of runners left on board. And at the end of 2.5, it is 3-3. Mangum and Fairview on Classic Hits 97.7.
Jamie's Auto Sales in Mangum specializes in reliable used vehicles. Here are a couple of examples of what's on the lot right now. Check out this GMC Sierra HD 4x4 Crew Cab SLE package 6-point gas V8 priced at $26,500. Or this 2016 Chrysler Town & Country Touring Edition fully loaded including leather just $15,900. Now's the time to visit Jamie Turner at 129 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. He's serving your automobile experience.
Greer County Farm Bureau agents Mickey Lively and Steve Martin support high school sports. Mickey and Steve offer insurance for property, casualty, life, commercial, and crop insurance. They're at 231 North Oklahoma in Mangum. Phone 580-782-3827.
All right, here we go as Dusty Pence will step in. Pence looks at the ball inside for ball 2, 2-0 on Dusty. She singled and scored her first time around. And is 5 for 5 in the 2 ball games. First 4 hits were home runs. Had a notion laid off the pitch, and it turned out to be a strike. And a count now 2-1 on Dusty. Haven Gilbert waiting in the on-deck circle. Dusty goes the other way, got a base hit to right field. Pence is aboard to be in inning number 3 for Mangum. Haven Gilbert now, who singled and scored her first time around, will step in. Haven had herself a home run in game number 1 against Watonga, a game that Mangum won 33-0. Ball to Gilbert, the count 1-0 on Haven. First baseman here for the Lady Tigers. Gilbert, high fly ball, right center field. That ball is going to get out of here. Gilbert got it up into the jet stream and hit a 2-run home run. So Haven Gilbert really coming into her own now for Richard Carney's club. And she belted that one to right center field, and no way the field is going to hold that one. 2-run shot. Gilbert has given her club a 5-3 lead. Sarah Rogers now going to step in. Rogers, an RBI single her first time around and came around to score. Sarah looks at one off the plate and the count 1-0 on Sarah. Mangum leading 5-3. Pitch on the way here. Hit the plate. And a count 2-0 now on Sarah. Bases empty. Nobody out here in inning number 3. Ball 3 to Sarah Rogers. Mangum with 3 in the first, 2 more here in the third, and they lead it 5-3. 3-0 pitch. Rogers hit home plate, ball 4. Rogers is aboard for the second time this afternoon. Sydney Webb now will step in. Webb singled and drove in a run her first time around. Courtesy runner for her was forced out at second base. The second out of that inning. Sydney asking for time, going to get it here. First pitch on the way to Webb. Cold strike, and it's 0-1 on Sydney. Kind of an alert from Channel 7 that apparently there were some spotty showers in the area. Line shot into left field. That'll be a base hit. Runners at first and second. Nobody out for Mangum. Webb aboard for the second time here in game number 2. Rogers at second. And a courtesy runner for Webb, Jade Laughlin, over at first base. Kyra Hussey now steps in. Hussey rolled into a fielder's choice her first time around. Kyra had a notion to go the other way, but the pitch was too far off the plate. The count 0-1. 0-1 pitch on the way to Hussey. Inside for a ball. And the count 2-0 on Kyra. Well, yeah, we pull up radar, and there is a couple of showers out there. Hussey takes it for his strike, and count 2-1 on Kyra. One about 10 miles just to the west of Mangum. Line drive, base hit, center field. Holding at second was Rogers. Now they're going to send her. No throw as it is cut off, and Sarah will score standing up. Rogers had to hesitate, make sure the ball was going to get through. When it did, she was off to the races. So Hussey with an RBI single. Courtesy runner stops at second base. Runners at first and second. Nobody out for Victoria Geralds, rather. Geralds looks inside for a ball. 1-0 on Victoria. Jade Laughlin down at second base. She is the courtesy runner. Over here at first, Kyra Hussey. Fouled back to the screen. Victoria wanted to take a shot towards right field, and Richard telling her you dipped way too much. Victoria now got to reset. 3 across in the inning for Mangum. Takes inside for a ball. Well, they called it a strike. 1-2 now on Victoria. I'm kind of like Gerald. That was a strike? Okay. There's a ground ball towards third. Knocked down by Long. She'll step on the bag for 1. Throw over to first, not in time. And retired is the courtesy runner over at first base. That's the first, or third base rather. That's the first out of the inning. So that'll go 5 unassisted. Hussey to second. And Gerald's over at first on the fielder's choice. Here's Maddie Lively. Lively a chance to help herself. Line shot, base hit, center field. Hussey will come on home. Throw going to be cut off, and Kyra will come in standing up. Wasn't sure that Richard was going to send her home, but then decided to, and wisely so. RBI for Maddie Lively. And a courtesy runner for Lively, it's Keely Hussey. And Mangum now with 7 on the board, 4 in the inning. Still just 1 out. Runners at first and second for Emma Geralds. Geralds takes a ball, 1-0 on Emma. Okay. Pitch inside for ball 2, 2-0. Michaela Augustine now pinch hitting for Emma Geralds here in this third inning. Augustine takes it for his strike, and it's 2-1. Got herself a base hit. Her first time around in game number 1. Rolls it to short, throws to first in time for the double play, and once again, Maddie Mason turning in a great defensive play that will go 6-3, forcing at second base the courtesy runner and then throwing out Augustine at first base. But not before Mangum comes up with 4 runs in the inning. 4 runs on 5 hits. There were no errors and a runner left on board. We have played 3, Mangum 7, and Fairview 3 on Classic Hits 97.7.
The Hamburger Inn in Mangum continues to be that special place people have enjoyed for generations. Good food prepared by your neighbors in a laid-back atmosphere where you really feel at home. Breakfast, lunch specials daily, and the famous fish fry every Friday night, or a great steak dinner on Saturday night. But you guys know about the Hamburger Inn in Mangum. We'll see you there. Things are jumping for April this year at Flowers Unlimited in Mangum. Prom is on Easter weekend, so remember, guys, rent your tuxes now so you're ready to go and get the ladies' wristlets ordered in fresh or silk flowers. Ladies, get your date corsage at Flowers Unlimited. And if you're serving Easter dinner, why not feature a beautiful floral centerpiece on your dining table? And last but not least, send Easter lilies to those you love. All from Flowers Unlimited in Mangum. Call Flowers Unlimited today at 782-2122. That's 782-2122.
All right, here we go. Top half of inning number 4. Mangum on top 7-3. And the left-handed hitting Emily Cusack steps in. Cusack, her first time around, had a single. Line drive here. Sarah Rogers in shallow right field will make the catch for out number 1 from her second base position. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 4th for Maddie Lively. Abby Wall, left-handed hitter as well, steps in. Wall, line drive, right at Rogers, same result. 2 pitches, 2 lineouts to second base. And it's a couple of outs already going here in inning number 4 for Fairview. Maddie Wallace now will step in. Wallace reaching on an error her first time around. Takes a pitch outside for a ball. 1-0 on Maddie. Ernie Matthews says, let's go ladies. Lisa Wilson, go Lady Tigers. Going to have you folks alongside. Cold strike here, and the count 1-1 on Maddie Wallace. Fairview winning game number 1 of this tournament, 10-0 over Watonga. Ball 2 delivered to Wallace, and then eliminated as Mangum beat them 33-0. Now it becomes the best 2 out of 3 between these two clubs. Ground ball, Pence knocks it down, gets to her feet, sets, fires in time for out number 3. Good play there by Dusty Pence at shortstop to get the final out of the inning. Fairview goes empty here in the 4th. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom half of the frame. Mangum leads it 7-3. Classic Hits 97.7.
Everyone wants to be on a winning team. That's why Great Plains Bank is a proud supporter of the Tigers. No matter what life may throw at you, Great Plains Bank has the play drawn up, and we're ready to go into overtime to win your business. What makes Great Plains Bank different is that we will make the extra push to get you to the goal line. When it comes to your family's finances, every play counts. So pick a teammate you can trust. We want you on our team because with customers like you, we are greater together. Great Plains Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Well, they're getting after it here. 30 seconds in between innings. Here's J.C. Nippert to lead it off. Nippert singled her first time around, was left stranded. Nippert, ground ball towards short, and right there to make the play, Mason. And safe at first base. Nippert beating the throw. It was a slow roller, and J.C. was able to get there in time on the infield single. Nothing Maddie Mason could do there. She had to wait for the ball to get to her. And finally, it did get to her, and by that time, Nippert was safe over at first base. J.C. was thrown out on a fielder's choice back in the 2nd, and she showed good wheels there. Nobody going to throw her out. Back to the top of the order we go, Nicole Rogers. Nicole, 1-1 count on the center fielder. She is 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Rogers, ground ball, base hit center field as it got by the pitcher's glove, Fortune, and underneath the glove of Mason at shortstop. So back-to-back singles here in inning number 4 for Mangum. Lady Tigers with runners at first and second, nobody out for Dusty Pence. Pence, a couple of singles and a couple of runs scored here in the ball game. First pitch to Dusty, inside for a ball, and the count 1-0. And again, some spotty showers out to the west, developing kind of out of nowhere. And make it a little bit cooler here. 2-0 now on Pence. 2-0 offering. Dusty thought about going the other way, took it for a strike. Love to have that one back, and it's 2-1 on Pence. Again, the winner will advance to the regional tournament, which will get underway Thursday of next week. Pence going to go the other way. High fly ball. That one's going to get out of here. No doubt about it. Dusty Pence got a pitch and rode it out of here for a 3-run home run. And it's Dusty's 5th home run of the afternoon. She had 4 in the victory against Watonga, and like 2 of them in that ball game against the Lady Eagles, this is a 3-run shot. And Mangum now in double digits as they lead it 10-3. So Dusty Pence with her 3rd 3-run home run of the afternoon. And that'll empty the bases now for Haven Gilbert. Gilbert has got a home run in the ball game and a single. She has scored twice and driven in 2. 2 for 2 in the contest. The Mangum scoreless in the second, but they have scored in every frame other than that. There's a base hit center field. Haven Gilbert. So Gilbert on board now for Sarah Rogers. Rogers an RBI single her first time around and came in to score. Walk and score in inning number 4. Going to get a courtesy runner here for Haven. Zara Zachary will come into the ballgame. So Mangum, so far in the 2 ball games, 43 runs scored. And not done yet here in inning number 4. Trying to add to that total here. Leading 10-3 with nobody out in the frame. Rogers will take it for a strike. And the count on Sarah is 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch. Inside for a ball. And the count level now at 1-1. 1-1 pitch. Deep and outside. Ball 2. 2-1 on Sarah. Sydney Webb waits in the on-deck circle. 2-1 offering, lashed towards the shortstop, and a dandy play by Maddie Mason for out number 1. Mason has earned her keep here this afternoon, no doubt about it, defensively. The thing that made that play tough was it was a sinking line drive into the wind, and she had to go pick it off her shoe tops for the first out of the inning. So 1 gone on a hard hit bull by Sarah Rogers. Here's Sydney Webb. Webb a couple of singles and an RBI in the ballgame. Webb, oh, there's a pitch outside, and she'll smoke it right to the second baseman. Good play by Fortune. Well, Sydney had a great pitch to smoke over the fence, but instead got on top of it and hit the line drive and Fortune for out number 2. So here's Kyra Hussey. Hussey reached on a fielder's choice in the first and had an RBI single and scored in the 3rd. Takes a ball here, and the count 1-0 on Kyra. 3 in the inning for Mangum on a 3-run home run from Dusty Pence. 1-0 pitch to Hussey. Kyra going the other way. That'll get into the gap. And let's see what they do with Laughlin. Ball bottled out in the outfield, and taking second base on the play will be Hussey. Stopping at 3rd will be that courtesy runner. Zara Zachary runners at 2nd and 3rd now with 2 gone. Golden opportunity here for Victoria Geralds. Geralds a fly out her first time around. Count 1-0 on Victoria. Mangum leading 10-3. Runners at 2nd and 3rd. 2 going here in the bottom half of inning number 4. In the middle of best 2 out of 3 with Fairview to advance to the regional tournament. There's a fly ball into left center field, and going to be caught by Abby Wall for out number 3. But Mangum comes up with 3 more runs in the inning. 3 runs on 4 hits. There were no errors and a couple of runners left on board. At the end of 4, 10-3. Mangum leading on Classic Hits 97.7.
For over 4 generations, the Willis family and staff have worked to develop their skills, and with improved technologies, they can assure you of a monument that will stand the test of time. Their award-winning designers, expert stonecutters, layout artists, sandblast sculptors, and installation crew are here to serve you. Visit them online at willisgranite.com. Willis Granite Products, with locations in Granite, Oklahoma City, and Stillwater.
Wondering how Western Oklahoma State College can fit into your future? With 25 degree options and more than 20 student organizations, it's easy to join the Pioneer family. Western offers classes online and on campus, making it simple to fit an education into your schedule. Western's tuition is less than half of a four-year university's and offers many scholarship opportunities. To find out more about how your future is brighter at Western, visit wosc.edu.
Allie Robinson leads it off here for Fairview. In their half of inning number 5, takes ball 1, 1-0 on Robinson. She singled her first time around, 1 for 1 in the ball game. It'll be Robinson, then back to the top, and Kinsey Doan and Anna Lee. Fly ball out towards center field, and the ball going to be dropped out there in center field by Geralds. And that'll be a two-base error. Allie Robinson is aboard with nobody out here in inning number 5. Well, the outfielders have struggled all day long, no matter who the team has been, and we see it right there. So Kinsey Doan now will step in. Doan 1 for 2 with an RBI. Takes a ball, 1-0 on Doan. Runner at second, 10-3, Mangum on top. Fly ball, center field. This time it's caught. Tagging at second and going to third will be Robinson. 1 gone. I think if I'm Richard, I'm going to go ahead and appeal that. It looked like maybe Robinson left a step early. You know, they're not going to appeal it, but she did. She was off a step early. Check her YouTube video. Anna Lee takes a strike and it's 0-1. Lee 0 for 2. She's flying to center and hit into a 1-2-3 double play. Hits this one back through the middle and into center field for a base hit. Good job by Lee as she got it past the pitcher, Lively, and the shortstop, Pence, and an RBI single. Unearned run. It'll make it a 10-4 ball game. There's Maddie Mason, who's just done everything, including hitting a home run. I was just about to say, Maddie Mason has really done it all this afternoon for these Fairview Lady Jackets. And if you don't be very careful with her, she'll knock it out of the ballpark. And as if on cue, Madison does so. So Maddie with a 3-run home run, or 2-run home run. Yeah, 3-run home run. And that'll make it a 10-6 ball game. It's a 2-run shot, I'm sorry. So a couple of RBI on the home run. And that'll make it 10-6. Fairview 1 in the first, 2 more in the third, and 3 here in inning number 5. Alana Long takes a ball, 1-0. She walked intentionally her first time around and reached on an error and now has touched the ball. Boy, that is absolutely hammered to center field. Long hit it long. No doubter on that one as it came off the bat. That was a bomb indeed. And that'll make it a 10-7 ball game. The only good news for Richard Carney's club is there was a solo shot. So now it's 10-7, and here's Kirsten Parkhurst. Parkhurst reached on an error and flying out. She's 0 for 2. Looks inside for a ball, 1-0. And again, with the way the wind is blowing, it is, you will see runs scored a bunch. This one's deep. Count 2-0. Just tuning in, Watauga's been eliminated. Fairview beat them in the first game 10-0. Then Mangum beat them 33-0. There's a ground ball into right field for a base hit. Good piece of hitting there by Parkhurst as she had all kinds of room towards second base as Sarah Rogers was shading towards first and rolled that one into right field. Katie Brashears now will step in. And Brashears 0 for 1. She has walked and reached on a fielder's choice. Ground ball to third. They'll flip to second for 1. Throw to first, not in time. Gets away from Gilbert, but then comes right back to her. So Parker's going to be forced at second base for the second. Is aboard on the fielder's choice that goes 5-4. 2 gone now in the inning. Here's Jaslyn Fortune. Fortune takes it for a strike, and it's 0-1 on Jaslyn. Fortune singled, scored her first time around, flying out to center to end inning number 3. 1 for 2. Runner at first, 2 going. Fairview 4 in the inning. A little bit deep for a ball, and the count 1-1 on Fortune. So Mangum, after the beginning of the fourth, looked to be on cruise control, but Fairview says, not so fast, my friend. Little dribbler back to Lively. Maddie will throw to first in time for the final out of the inning. As Fortune is retired on the ground ball. But Fairview comes up with 4 runs in the inning. 4 runs on 4 hits. There was an error and a runner left on board. We have played 4.5, 10-7. Mangum in front of Fairview on Classic Hits 97.7.
Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 is your certified Firestone tire dealer and also a proud supporter of the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. When you need tires, we're specialty trained and equipped to take care of you. Lyle Shaw and his crew at Blair Tire and Feed wish the Tigers lots of luck in today's game. And always remember, play smart, play safe, play hard, and play with pride. And good luck from everyone at Blair Tire and Feed on the corner of Highway 283 and 19 in Blair, Oklahoma.
Now, Maddie Lively going to lead it off here in inning number 5 for Mangum. As the Lady Tigers lead it, but now by a score of 10-7. The first pitch to Lively, taken for a strike, and it's 0-1 on Maddie. Maddie is 1 for 2. She's got a single and an RBI. Hits this one towards center field, but there to make the play, that girl, Maddie Mason, who has been all over the field this afternoon. Mason with a nice play at shortstop to catch the looping line drive for round number 1. Emmett Gerald's now will step in. Gerald's looking for a base hit here. Pops it into shallow right field, and making the catch for round number 2 will be Kinsey Doan. 2 up, 2 down for Mangum here in inning number 5. So here's J.C. Nippert. Nippert hit the ball hard all afternoon long, 2 for 2 in this one with a couple of singles and a run scored. Trying to keep the inning alive for the top of the order. Nippert will take deep. Bill Ferguson to retrieve it. And the count level at 1-1 now. 1-1 pitch on the way to Nippert. JC line drive, and there she is again to make a scintillating catch of a line drive. Maddie Mason at shortstop for round number 3. Mangum goes quietly here. Well, not so quietly. They hit the ball hard, but Maddie Mason made sure they didn't go anywhere. 3 up, 3 down. Nothing doing for Mangum here in the 5th. We go to the 6th, 10-7. Lady Tigers on top. Classic Hits 97.7.
Farmers and ranchers need feed or supplies? 4E Feed and Supply in Mangum is farm-owned, so they understand your needs for the farm and ranch. They feature bulk feeds for pickup or they'll deliver. Great brands coupled with fast, friendly service. They have gates and panels, vet supplies, and show feeds too. 4E Feed and Supply supports Greer County school sports and ag activities. 425 East Lincoln in Mangum.
What does it mean to be a Mangum Tiger, you ask? Well, we are one town, one school, and one family. We may be a small town, but we have big dreams and a bright future ahead of us. This is Lori Laughlin from Stockman's Bank, member FDIC, and we are so proud to support the Mangum Tigers.
Emily Cusack leads it off here with a line drive towards right field, and that'll be a base hit. Cusack on board for the second time here this afternoon. She's 2 for 3 with a couple of singles. And that'll bring to the plate Abby Wall. Wall has singled, scored a run, and lined out to Sarah Rogers. Back-to-back left-handed hitters for Fairview. Ball 1 to Wall. Cusack with a single from the left side to right field. She's aboard. A little pop-up in foul territory. Haven Gilbert giving chase and makes a nice play for round number 1. And Gilbert did a good job of reading that one off the bat. Realized she had room in foul territory near the Fairview dugout and made the catch for out number 1. One go. Hey, Jay Cross. Pitch to Maddie Wallace, taken for a strike, and it's 0-1. By the way, Jay Cross, a new member of the fan club there for Michael in the Morning, liking our Facebook page. We appreciate that. Yeah. Pitch hit home plate and count level at 1-1. Yeah, Michael in the Morning, Monday through Friday, 6 to 9, right here on Classic Hits 97.7. First free plug of the day. 1-1 pitch inside for a ball, 2-1. So a runner over at first, one gone here in inning number 6 for Fairview. They trail 10-7. Popped up on the infield, and Sarah Rogers will come make the play for out number 2. Lively showed a notion that she wanted the ball, but a good job by Rogers, the infielder, coming in to make the catch for the second out. So 2 gone now for Allie Robinson, the final hitter in the order for Fairview. And, well, you'd like to get her out. Fly ball that is going to burn the outfielders and get all the way to the wall. They're going to hold the runner at third. Now they're going to send her. Here's the throw by Pence in time, but unable to hold on to it is Haven Gilbert, or rather Sydney Webb, and it's a 10-8 ball game. Well, Robinson hit the fly ball into left center field, and the outfield was shallow. It got over the outfielder's head and rolled all the way to the wall. And Cusack able to score from first play, and that'll get a 10-8 ball game. Here's a fly ball down the right field line. Boy, that one just curls foul. Kinsey Doan just missing down that right field line. 0-1 on Doan. Kinsey has grounded out, singled and drove in a run, and flied out. She a left-handed batter as well. 0-1 pitch on the way to Kinsey. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Runner at second base, 2 gone. 10-8 ball game. Mangum on top. Game number 1 of a best of 2 of 3 between these two clubs. Ground ball to first. Good job by Haven Gilbert to stay down on the ball and fielded for out number 3, 3 unassisted. But Fairview scores another run in the inning. They come up with 1 run on a couple of hits. There were no errors and a runner left on board. We have played 5.5, 10-8. Mangum by a pair over Fairview on Classic Hits 97.7.
Folks in Mangum know what to do when they need to quench a thirst, curb a hunger attack, or cool down with an ice cream. They just make the Loop at 918 North Lewis Tittle in Mangum. The Loop, supporting the Mangum Tigers and Lady Tigers. For top-notch heating and air conditioning service and installation, you can rely on Payne's Heating and Air, serving Southwest Oklahoma and North Texas from their headquarters in Mangum, Oklahoma. With years of experience and hundreds of satisfied customers, call Payne's Heating and Air Conditioning at 799-5130, 799-5130.
Nicole Rogers leading it off here in the 6th. Looks at the ball. 1-0 on Nicole. Pitch on the way to Rogers. Wants to go the other way, does, but foul on that right field line, and it's 1-1. Rogers, Pence, and Gilbert due up here in the 6th for Mangum. They lead by a pair, 10-8. 1 for 3 in the ball game is Sarah, or rather Nicole. Boy, the wind really now beginning to roar. We told you about some shower activity off to our west, and that may be a byproduct of what we have right now. Rogers pops one up to right field. That one's going to get out of here. We talked about that wind. And a great job there by Nicole. Got a pitch on the outer half and simply stuck her bat out and let Mother Nature take care of the rest of it. So a solo home run by Nicole Rogers to begin inning number 6, and Mangum on top 11-8. Here's Dusty Pence now. Pence 3 for 3 in the ball game. Dusty a couple of singles and 2 runs scored, and then hit a 3-run home run in inning number 4. Pence in the 2 ball games here today, 5 home runs. Mangum now 44 runs in the 2 contests. Do a little dance, make a little love, get down tonight. Bill Ferguson dancing away from that pitch that came up and nearly got him in the man zone. 1-0 now to Pence. Cold strike, and it's 1-1 on Dusty. 1-1 pitch. Pence wants to go the other way. That'll be foul. Certainly had the distance, but way foul. And the count now 1-2. One-two pitch on the way to Pence. Dusty swinging, line drive, center field, but Abby Wall there to make the catch for round number 1. Wall is, you talk about teams being strong up the middle, and certainly Fairview fits that category with Wall there in left center and Maddie Mason over at shortstop. They have really played some good defense here this afternoon, those two by themselves. Haven Gilbert looks at a pitch outside for a ball. 1-0 on Gilbert. She is 3 for 3 with a couple of singles and a 2-run home run. She scored twice. Looks at a strike here, and the count level at 1-1. Mike Wentz's baseball team playing this afternoon as they will do battle with Amber Pocasset. There's a high fly ball into left center field. And how about Haven Gilbert says, I don't need any Christopher Cross. Right like the wind, I'll hit it into the wind and get it out of here. So Gilbert with her 2nd home run of the ball game. This one a solo shot. And that'll make it a 12-8 contest. So a couple of home runs in the inning for Mangum. They now lead it 12-8. Lady Tigers did not score in the second, did not score in the fifth, scored in every frame other than that. A couple of solo home runs here in inning number 6. Nicole Rogers looks at a pitch outside for a ball. 1-0 on Sarah Rogers, not Nicole. Sarah, 1 for 2 with a walk, a couple of runs scored and an RBI. She's also lined out to shortstop. Takes a strike here in the count 1-1. And wind kicking up the dust, and Rogers got to get the dirt out of her eye. 1-1 pitch inside for ball 2, 2-1. Mangum by 4, but you'd love to have more than that, so they can't tie you with one swing of the bat with the bases loaded. Pitch outside to Sarah, and the count 3-1 on Rogers. Nicole has already homered in the inning, so has Haven Gilbert. Rogers, ball 4. She is aboard with one going for Sydney Webb. Sydney been on board all 3 times. She has singled and driven in a run. Also, and check that, she lined out. Lined out her last time. So 2 for 3, Webb. First pitch on the way to Webb. Taken for a strike, and it's 0-1. And 0-1 pitch on the way. Line drive. Fielded by the third baseman. She'll throw to first in time for out number 2. Good job by Long to dig that one off the top of the grass. Advancing to second will be Rogers. 2 gone now. Katie Carney, pretending she is a meteorologist, quoting the Weather Channel. It says we're supposed to have a shower move through in 5 minutes at 4:29. Kyra Hussey says, shower me this. She's been on board all 3 times. Reached on a fielder's choice, singled, drove in a run, and came around to score. And doubled her last time up. Takes a strike here. And it's 1-1 on Kyra. Hussey looks inside for ball 2. 2-1 on Kyra. James Taylor once sang about showering the people you love with love. We don't need any rain right now. Hussey, high fly ball center field, and Kyra has got herself a home run. And there's that insurance that Richard Carney was looking for. 2-run home run for Kyra. Hussey really has hit the ball well here this afternoon. Mangum with her 3rd home run of the inning. And that one a 2-run shot. And extends the lead for Mangum now. Lady Tigers on top 14-8. So again, even if Fairview loads the bases in the 7th, one swing of the bat cannot tie the game. It's the old, one of those old baseball adages, or softball adages as well. You won't find it in that book that you can't check out from the library, but it's one that they talk about. 0-1 on Victoria Gerald's. Gerald's hits a high fly ball into center field and didn't get quite enough of it. And there to make the out is Allie Robinson. So the inning will come to an end, but not before Mangum comes up with 4 runs in the inning. 4 runs on 3 hits. There were no errors and nobody left on board. We have played 6. Mangum leads it by a score of 14-6, or 14-8 rather, on Classic Hits, 97.7.
Mangum Oil and Gas at 1306 North Lewis Tittle offers so many services. From fuel at the C-store to the self-serve car wash, getting propane bottles filled or propane delivered to the home and farm, even U-Haul services. It's no wonder so many folks head to Mangum Oil and Gas, where they say, go Tigers.
Well, those
great tasting hamburgers and Rex Chicken are the mainstays at Melvin's Drive-In in Mangum, but their menu includes so much more. And they're open Tuesday through Saturday, 10 till 2, and Tuesday nights, 5 to 8. And now they cater, too. Enjoy Melvin soon. Call 782-3711. New owners Steve and Susan Kyle.
Well, those 4 runs looming big here in the 7th inning now for Mangum as they lead it by 6. Anna Lee, Maddie Mason, and Elena Long due up here in the 7th inning for Fairview. That's numbers 2, 3, and 4 in the batting order. Cold strike. That'll level the count at 1-1 on Lee. Lee 1 for 3. She's rolled into a double play and also driven in a run and scored. Takes ball 2 here, 2-1. And the two power hitters, Maddie Mason and Alana Long, waiting in the on-deck circle and in the hole. And you know that Lee has been given explicit instructions. Make sure you get on any way you can. Now 3-1 on Anna. 3-1 pitch. That one is deep for ball 4. So Lee is aboard for Maddie Mason. Okay. Yeah. Well, we went to the grand opening of Booker's Place there in Altus today. Place for kids to go when child abuse has occurred, and it's a marvelous facility there at Jackson County Memorial Hospital. Tip of the cap to David Thomas and Summer Robbins and the rest of the crew that put that together. 1-0 pitch now on Maddie Mason. Mason, high fly ball left field. Hussey going back now, has to come in. Ball gets knocked down in front of her. And Kyra will be happy to give up just that long single to Maddie Mason. Mason hit it, and again, boy, she just clobbered it, but the wind roaring out of the north knocked that ball down. Runners at first and second now for Alana Long. Long has been intentionally walked, hit a home run, and reached on an error. Looks at the ball here, 1-0. I don't know if you have seen the highlight of the guy for the St. Louis Cardinals, Ozuna, the center fielder who went back, climbed the wall, and then the ball fell about 15 feet in front of him. Could have been victimized there like Kyra Hussey was in left field. Ball 2 to Long. The count 2-0 on Alana. Don't know that you walk her here to walk the bases loaded, even though you lead by 6. Well, she gets right up on that plate, doesn't she? Takes it for a strike here. 2-1 on Long. Mangum on top by 6 as we play in the 7th. Nobody out and 2 on in the frame. The Tigers trying to shut this thing down. Long line drive, base hit, left field. And they're going to wave the runner Lee. Ball bobbled in the outfield. She'll score easily. Going to third on the play will be Mason. Runners at the corners. And nobody out for Fairview here in their half of inning number 6. So Long, the RBI single. And as we mentioned, Mason over at third. Long at first. And here's Kirsten Parkhurst. Parkhurst has reached on an error, flying to center, and singled. Takes a pitch for a ball here, 1-0. Boy, those 4 runs in the bottom of the 6th inning, looming large right now for Mangum. There's a cold strike, and the count 1-1. Oh, by the way, Katie needs to keep her job as a teacher. She's a good one at that. Meteorology, not so much. There is no rain. Ground ball to short. Pence will step on the bag for 1, throw to first, double play, ball game. Check that. That's just the first and second outs of the ball game. I'm sorry. Coming in to score on the play, Maddie Mason. Well, that's karma there. I was making fun of Katie and paid the price. So 2 down now. And a 14-10 ball game. Here's Katie Brashears. Brashears lined back to the pitcher, singled and rolled into a fielder's choice. Takes a strike here. That'll level the count at 1-1. Boy.
As far as meteorology goes, though, I'm about as close as all of them.
Yeah, well, you're exactly right about that. Pitch all the way to Brashears. Ground ball. Lively knocks it down. And picking it up is Sarah Rogers and flips to first. And now the ball game is over on the 1-4-3 put out. So Fairview comes up with a couple of runs in the inning. 2 runs on 2 hits. There was a walk, no errors, and a runner left on board. The ball game winds up. Mangum wins it 14-10. We're back with your totals after this on Classic Hits 97.7.
Taking care of your family is easy and convenient at the JCMH Family Care Medical Clinic in Mangum. Located at 114 South Lewis Tittle in Mangum, Dr. Lonnie Perryman and nurse practitioner Patty Burks provide a comprehensive, full-service family practice, including care for children and adults, including geriatrics. Call 782-3393 for appointments at the JCMH Family Care Medical Clinic in Mangum.
Mangum Brick Company has been operating since the early 1900s. They're the largest private employer in Greer County. Mangum Brick is proud to support high school athletics radio broadcasts. And if you know of someone looking for work, always check with Mangum Brick, as they may be hiring.
Bring hope and peace to a child. Young children of all ages need homes. Please consider opening your loving home to a child in need. Children deserve to grow up in a loving, caring family. We have the services and community connections that can help foster families succeed. Contact your local youth service agency at 580-726-3383 for more details. Abused and neglected children are Oklahoma's most vulnerable population. Help is needed now. Great Plains Youth and Family Services is a proud sponsor of today's broadcast.
Mangum Lady Tigers now a game away from advancing to the regional tournament. This one wasn't easy, but they win it by a final score of 14-10. Mangum 14 runs on 17 hits. They committed 4 errors in the ball game. 10 runs, 14 hits, and no errors for Fairview. And again, Mangum will win it by a final score of 14-10. And in the 2 bowl games, they have scored 47 runs and given up only 10. So they won it 14-10. We'll step aside for about 15 minutes and come back and get ready for the not the if game, but the championship game if Mangum wins it. How about that? Nice save there, Michael. We're back in 15 minutes for game number 2 between Fairview and Mangum here on Classic Hits 97.7.